Welcome students, Mrs. Walton here to teach you all about entry words in the dictionary. Entry words are just the words and the definitions we find in the dictionary. Let's take this word for example. So we have in the first word is the actual word we're looking for in the dictionary, and in this case it would be volcano. And then it gives us our pronunciation here in parentheses or brackets. And I mean, that doesn't look like English to me, but it explains how to pronounce the word volcano, volcano, and it's here in parentheses. Then our next word here is our part of speech. And in this case, volcano is a noun, a person, place, or thing, or you have, your nouns, you have your adjectives, or you have your verbs, all different kinds of parts of speech or different kinds of words. And this dictionary has our first definition and then a sample sentence. And then it also has a second definition and another sample sentence for that second definition. So taking a look here at our first definition, it's a vent in Earth's crust through which molten lava and gases are ejected. So that's the first definition of the word volcano. And here's our sample sentence. Red Mountain in northern Arizona is one of many mountains formed as a result of a volcano. So it uses the word volcano with that definition in that sentence there. Then here's our second definition, something with explosive potential. And here's our second sample sentence. Before World War II, Germany was a volcano of unrest. So using the word volcano in that context. So there's an example of what you might find in the dictionary. Here's another example. Our entry word here is arrogant, and you'll notice these little dots here are known as syllable breaks, or how many syllables are in the word arrogant. Arrogant. 3 syllables for this word arrogant. And then our pronunciation here in parentheses, it says you pronounce it arrogant. Arrogant is how you say that word. And then here we have our part of speech. In this case, it's an adjective or a describing word. And then our definition. There's no sample sentence here, it's just the definition. Acting as if you are more important and smarter than other people. That's the definition of the word arrogant. Let's take a look here. This one, I'm sure you're familiar with, is comb. It explains here in brackets how to pronounce it, and it tells us that it is a noun. In italics there, it's telling us that the part of speech is a noun. It's a person, place, or thing. And our first definition is a piece of plastic, wood, or metal with teeth to smooth or adjust hair. Well, you know what a comb is. Looks something like this. This is Mrs. Walton's terrible drawing of a comb. These are the little teeth, a piece of plastic or wood with teeth to smooth or adjust hair. So that's the noun definition of a comb. But there's also a verb or an action definition of the word comb. Our second definition here is to tidy hair with a comb. So you're going to comb your hair with a comb. If you fix your hair with our noun definition of a comb, you are combing your hair. And let's take a look at this word here, the word hold. Wow, this one has 7 different definitions. Let's break it apart. So once again, we have our entry word here, how to pronounce the word hold, and then it tells us that this first definition is a noun and a person, place, or thing. The part of the ship that holds cargo. Well, that's different than what I was thinking, but apparently hold is also a noun that means a place in the ship or boat that holds cargo or items. And then there's also the rest of our definitions are verbs. And this one is to grasp, to contain, to host an event, to restrain or to keep back, to possess or embrace. All of those mean the word hold. So let's take a look at some sentences here and figure out which definition goes with the hold it's talking about in the sentence. So it says they put our luggage in the hold of the ship. Okay, well, talking about ships here, that sounds like our noun definition, the part of the ship that holds cargo. They put our luggage in the hold of the ship. There we go, that makes sense. Now let's look at this next sentence here. The bucket will hold our flour. Okay, that's more of like what I kind of think of when it comes to hold. But let's see which definition that would go with it here in our verb definitions. To grasp, no, like grasping is something you like hold with your hand or something like that. To contain, that makes sense. The bucket will contain our flour. Replace the definition and see if that even makes sense. The bucket will contain our flour. We're holding all our flour in a bucket. Let's look at this last sentence here. It says, I will hold onto this picture forever. Okay, well, to grasp, that might make sense. You're going to grasp or, hold the picture in your hand, but you probably wouldn't do that forever. So it doesn't quite make sense with our definition. To host an event, no, that doesn't have anything to do with the picture. To restrain or to keep back, no, I'm not holding something back from something else. Number 6 here is to possess. That makes sense. I will possess or hold on to this picture forever. That would be our definition. So sometimes you'll see, hold, in this case, hold used in different sentences, and you got to figure out which definition makes the most sense. Well, there are our entry words for our dictionary. So keep looking in your dictionary and keep figuring things out. Good luck.